Okay. Listen, guys, I don't know if you've heard the news. I don't know if you guys have heard it. I will let you know that Florian Wirtz is now. You guys that wanted to disrespect Fabrizio the other day when I brought you the news, you guys told me it's not official yet because you need Orenstein and you need these other waste man to say certain things. Now I'm joking. I don't mean to call them waste man, but you man need to go on Fabrizio's tweet now and apologize to him, bro. He gave us the here. We
Literally.
chose not to believe it. Big up, G. First and
Big up,
foremost,
man.
morning to you, bro. And
Morning, man.
joining
Morning.
me, bro.
No, morning, bro. You know what I'm saying? Woke up in good vibes, good spirits. So, I mean, we're here. Flow Friday, as they like to, as they're calling it now. So, yeah, I mean, we can get to popping. Let's see. Let's see. But we'll chat about it. We'll chat.
Nah, big up. I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. Feeling good, looking good. I can't wait to go out after I do this video. Make you know what I mean? Chop it up with the people first thing, man. But yeah, big up to Scraps in the building as well. Simon in the building. DB 1981. Sorry, Mr. Blick in the building as well. Big up to the man them and the ladies when you guys join. Big up to Scottish Bear as well in the building. Yesterday's stream was a vibe. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now we're here again to talk about the main man himself, Florian Wirtz, bro, because you know, there's been a lot of talk, you know, is he coming? Is he going to go? Are we going to believe Fabrizio? Is he a tapping merchant? Did he go early when the rest of the guys were there? Now they got their tail between their legs. Now they're going, yeah, I think Fabrizio was right still. So big up to David Oinstein, man. Said Liverpool reached an agreement with Bayer Leverkusen to sign Florian Wirtz. Paperwork to be drafted, a deal worth 100 million plus 16. The 22-year-old German playmaker to do his medical before completing a move from Leverkusen to Liverpool, and expected, or is it a 5-year contract? The Athletic 5-year of Florian Wirtz about to cook up the Premier League, bro. G, you know when when it's you feel like it wasn't attainable, then you feel like it's attainable. Then there's like, oh, who do I believe? Is he signed? Is he not signed? Now we know. He's here, bro. Now you see all that tactical stuff. All that on the paper and that, me getting my board out and move it. I'm doing loads of that because this brother is going to come and change the Premier League, change our team, elevate the players, elevate the Premier League in terms of the standard that we're here to do. You remember the moment, you know, when KDB came back, when everyone said, nah, you weren't that good. We saw what he did at Bremen. We saw the cookage that he was on. Then he came to the league. We're like, nah, he ain't coming here to do no 20 and 20 and doing all these mad assists. Yeah, those are the numbers that Florian was doing in the Bundesliga. Guess what he's going to come and do in the Premier League, bro? He's going to come and give those numbers as well. But, G, I want to hear your take as well, man. Big up to the chat.
First question I want to ask you, though, quickly, is when is preseason start again? Sorry. I don't know if you haven't got a date, it's fine. It's not
16th, I want to say July something. Hold on. Let's get Savage in the building as well. 16th. Okay, so we're back in Bikini Bottom again.
Come on, man. We got man.
Do you know, even my son said to me the other day, he's like, why is Sam in, like, is he under the sea? And I said, bro, you have to ask him when you see next video. Just ask him in the chat, bro. I don't know. To ask him. But sorry, G, what's your question?
Yeah, no. I was just wondering if anyone did know when season start. But again, it's irrelevant. If you knew,
no,
off the top of your head.
No, we'll get it, G. You will get it, man. We got. You know what I mean? Can't be journals for no reason. I'm a tier 1 journal now, bro. 13th of July.
13th of July. Okay, cool. So, literally in a month's time. So no, I think you know what it is. I think now it's finally official. It's been going on for so long. Like it's been kind of boring, kind of tiring after a while. We're getting updates. People are getting vexed at these tier 1 journals like Fabrizio and David Ornstein because they're not telling them what they want to hear. So, even though they're journalists, so that might not always happen. Now he's finally signed. Now we can actually say okay. And I think, unfortunately, because it's one of those ones where we've been waiting for this to happen for quite a bit of time. Like, regardless, you kind of wanted this transfer to be a bit quicker. We've been waiting for so long, it doesn't hit the same as it would have had it happen, let's say, this time last week, as an example. What I think is going to hit for me, anyway, personally, is finally seeing what he looks like in a Liverpool kit and how he then plays. I think that's where I'm going to be like, fuck me, mate. Like, it's a bit like when I watched, and I don't support them, but it's like when I watched Mbappe for Real Madrid. You know when you're like, I'm watching, this is a star player,
Yeah.
I just want to see. I've seen you in PSG kit. I've seen you in a France kit. I need to see what you look like now in this Real Madrid kit.
Yeah,
Is it still the same? Is it the same vibe? Like, are you doing the same things?
Still
You know, red
cooking.
tear. Are you still cooking? You know what I'm saying? And as you said there, you know what I mean? Like, he's done what he's done in the Bundesliga. Cool, that chapter's now done. He done brilliantly, obviously, over there. Now you're coming to Liverpool. Let's see what you can do, man. Do you know what I mean? And I think this is the first time, I would say, in a long time, maybe other people might disagree, that Liverpool are actually excited over this signing, but it's actually not a player that we're like, yeah, you know what? In 3 years' time, he's gonna be. No. This is the player that we're like, no. As in, we've seen man cook up from the last like 2-3 years. So really, we know we're buying a baller from today, kind of thing. There's no, even in 3 years, even if he gets better, it's just more. He's just getting better than what he's already at, which is he's at a really, really fantastic level. Do you know what I mean? He's at the top level, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, man. Like I said, everyone should be happy. Everyone should be, you know, finally giving Richard Hughes and Edwards their praise or whatever. FSG, I don't know. Go chat to them, say thank you, and then we move to the next one.
Nah, you got that. Do you know you're right? And I'll get Savage's take, but let me just change the get us all in here. So the people can see, because I know you guys are waiting for this guy, bro. Weinstein. You guys didn't want to believe Fabrizio. So there you go, Weinstein. But Sav, what's your take on this, bro? Because now we've officially now signed him. I know we knew before, but now there's no doubt in it now. 116 M's. One of the journals as well from Germany was saying that there's going to be this discrepancies in terms of the value. So I think Germany is going to report. They say they're going to report something higher, but the journals in England is going to report something less. So I don't know if it matters. It don't matter, does it really? But yeah, what are you thinking, bro?
I'm just relaxed about it, man. This bit what G said. Once we were involved and then I found out that we were going to buy him, I've not really been off the train of like, panicking and it's not going to get over the line. I've known it's going to get over the line the whole time. It's just when. And I haven't engaged in too much content around it, apart from your own. I don't engage anything about it. So everyone else is getting frustrated and talking about it's been such a long time. And I was hearing them. But I was like, if you take a step back, it really hasn't been that long since the day they announced to put the first bid in. It's really not for such a big price. It's not even been that long. The original transfer window's not even open. So this is great business, man. We're not even still a month till pre-season, and we've got him through the door. We've got Frimpong through the door. I think it's amazing work, man. I'm excited for him to just join Liverpool now. I feel like, yeah, man. I don't have the mad excitement. But that's fine because I'll have excitement when it counts and when he's on the football pitch. So, and I'm actually interested to hear him speak and talk about his ambitions of what he wants to achieve at the club. Obviously, I've heard him speak before, but I mean, for Liverpool, what you know what I mean. And I'm hoping it's not too much obviously the media training that, but I hope it's not too much of that. I hope he's just relaxed and he lets us know his intentions for that. Now, whether he follows through, it's two different things, but. I'm sure he's an ambitious youth. He is ambitious because he's come to Liverpool, so he is, because we're the biggest club in England. And yeah, man, it's dope, bro. It's dope. It's what G said, man. I've maintained this many times in my own lifetime. Anyway, I can't speak from before I was born, but I mean, obviously you can. You know what I mean? You was probably around with like Kenny and them. And yeah, I've maintained the only world class player. I think. I mean, I don't think he's there yet, but he's. I don't think we've signed anyone like this. Nah. I think the only one that we've signed is Thiago, and it was like the back end of his career.
Yeah.
So like anyone with the sort of potential where it's like it's not just potential because somebody just guessed that he's going to be good, but it's like based on something you've seen in the prior season. Apart from like Torres. You know what I mean? Because even with Suarez and that, it was gas and that, but people wasn't really rating the league like that. And there's many players who were scoring loads of goals. But apart from Torres with his Atletico, yeah, man, I don't think we've seen anything like this before. And it's amazing for us. Since you've been doing YouTube and we've all been doing YouTube, I've always said to you, man, I don't mind the way the club spend money. I don't mind smart signings. If Wirtz was a 40 mil player, I'd be still saying get Wirtz, bro. I'm not on this. The person's better because they cost more money. Just so happens that he's so good and he costs that much money. So I'm fine with it. But I've always said when those young players, the up-and-coming players come along, it would be nice for us to have, you know what I mean, just one, do we have a chance to even try? and we've never really been there. And now we have, and we've got him, and I think it's amazing, bro. And yeah, man, I can't wait for him to start playing for us. No, it's dope.
Nah, you're right. I can't wait to listen to that press conference as well, just to see what kind of target, not even targets. I don't think he'll talk about targets, but just how he feels he's going to set his stall out being a player of Liverpool Football Club. Because that'll be interesting. Like what type of players does he speak about in terms of who he thinks like, yeah, I'm gonna do well with this player, and I'm gonna help this player out and stuff like just general chit chat about why we chose Liverpool. Because all the other teams, reportedly after him. But we don't really know. Like, we know we're a big club, but when you hear this level of player, this stature of a player, then go and tell you the reason, I think that's when it will send a bit more shock.
You know what's mad about him, yeah? Because I'm gonna lie, the first time I saw Wirtz was
big up, Jay.
I want to say COVID, like just before COVID started. That's the first time I mean, apart from on like football games when I seen his name, COVID. And I think it's kind of crazy thinking about the timescale of the 1920 season, because I think it was around 17 though. I think that's about right.
Yeah.
And we obviously won the league that season, and then I remember his debut goal because that's the game I watched. Brother, have you deeped how much money, the difference in like how much Leverkusen got him for to how much he's going for now? It's almost like pure profit, bro.
It is pure profit.
It is pure profit.
They paid 200k for him.
Mental.
Not 2 million, not 1 million, bruv, 200k. Brother, they paid him in less than Virgil's wages, bro. Like one of Virgil's week's wages paid for Donny, bro. Like
one of Salah's wages could have bought you 2 Florian Wirtz back then, bro.
It was actually crazy when you think, because I've always said that when I remember when Enzo left Argentina, then went to Benfica, then Benfica to Finger, and I was like, yo, that price tag is brazy that it's gone up that quick. Same with Caicedo, I think he cost like 3 mil. But 200k. Listen, man, I don't know who in that scouting system said, yeah, let's pop 200k on my man, and that person's a genius, bro.
To put it to you this way, there's a player that we're looking to get as well. I think his name is the Bell, or so, maybe I'm getting it wrong. There's an African player that we're looking to get, but we're looking to buy him for $1 million. I think he's 17. $1 million, and then Florian Wirtz went for 200k, bro. That's the difference. That's the difference, and the profit that he's definite, bro. That's mental. Big up, JJ. What you saying, bro?
Big up. I'm calm, man. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. We're Isabel. Big up to Honesty. Love for that, bro. What are you feeling, though, man? It's official now, bro. We can believe it now. We don't have to second guess it. You don't have to, at 12:30, drop in the message you dropped in, guy. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's true or not. Now you know, innit? Dean is now tail between his legs. I've now agreed that it's done.
Yeah, man. Like, I feel like the novelty's worn off for me, innit? Me personally, it's like I'm the type of person. Don't tell me the surprise beforehand, innit? Don't tell me the surprise beforehand. I like, the Fabinho. Oh, raw, and then you get him, innit? I don't like. Oh yeah, your surprise is this, but you're waiting 6 months to get it. At that point, it's not a surprise anymore, bro. Like I knew we're in talks with him. Again, we had the bomber that dropped the other day. That was a day after we said we're going to need the emergency stream today. If by 12:30 midnight, do you know what I mean? By 12 midnight, he weren't at the club. So listen, they listened to us. They delivered on their promise, innit? They got the player. The deal's good. I sometimes wish, this is me personally, we keep these deals under wraps for a bit longer. And not just like
the money side of it or the player itself.
Just in general, just like we don't need to know about it. And I actually like that from Liverpool. I like the fact that
it comes out of nowhere. Boom.
It comes out of nowhere. Boom. Like when we got signed Fabinho, like when we went just deal agreed for Fabinho. It weren't like Liverpool interested in Fabinho. Yeah. It was our Champions League we lost. Fabinho's coming in. That was our raw. These are moves, and I like those types of moves personally. So look, the deal's great. I think without it going out into the public, I think Liverpool would have probably been able to negotiate a bit better. Do you know what I mean? I think it would have put them in a stronger position. But look, man, it's players through the door. We knew he's there. For me, look, it's exciting, but I'm not more excited that it's Wirtz over us getting whoever else. Do you know what I mean? It could have been a Turkey and a Coutinho or whatever, because I still want to see how he does for Liverpool, isn't it? Like, we can sign the player, but he could be Naby Keita. Do you know what I mean? Like, ultimately, Naby Keita, when we signed him, I was excited about Naby Keita. Do you understand? And he was the best midfielder in the Bundesliga at the time, arguably, when we signed him. It was big money for Liverpool at the time. So, again, I think he's going to do well, but I want to see him do well first before I'm like, get overly excited. Because for me, even though he's
Cruyff turn in the midfield,
because even then, I know Wirtz is Wirtz, right? But he's not an established player where you're like, you know, when you sign Thiago, when Neymar signs to PSG, when they are established, like, you know, they are the Don Dadas, isn't it? He's trying to get there still, and he's a hot prospect. He's probably the hot prospect right now, but he's not a ready-made player, and I don't expect him to be at the age of 22. Do you know what I mean? I want him. If I don't want him to be at this level, I want him to take it to the next level. So I'm interested to see that side of it more than anything. But yeah, happy, man. Happy.
Me during G, man. I think we didn't get the memo, bro. I think we're supposed to come on excited still, kind of chatting up. I don't know, bro. Because Jerry said the same for me and G. Was it like everyone's just on some? Yeah, bro. Like,
people, sorry. All right, can you edit this? Yeah, just edit this.
Yeah, run it back.
Yes, come on, yeah, man. I'm so excited, bro. Big up the chat, not smash the likes. Where's my robe? Let's go.
Where's my robe?
Let's go. What are we saying, bro?
Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
Yeah, what are we saying?
Florian Wirtz, man.
Light us up.
The funny thing is, you couldn't get G to do that if you tried, bro.
There's no way that you're you can erase memories. Mine will always remain.
You know what it is?
No, G, get excited, bro. Be excited.
No, I was excited. No. To be fair, I think
that's his excited face, bro. That is his excited face.
Yeah,
you know what he has to see it on the pitch first, bro. I hear.
Yeah, I'm seeing is believing.
Yeah, I know what JJ is on. You man need to see the Cruyff turn first. You man need to see the man little step up. Remember that first game Naby played, and he just stepped on the pitch and dropped out 2 man straight away. And I'm like, all right, take it easy with the rest of these man. They're not on the level.
And the thing is, I'm always like that because there's loads of factors as to why someone can do well. You know, like he might not click, and he might not get on with Salah. You know what I mean? Salah might not. You know, there's loads of things. So for me, I'm looking at it. I just
in the chat. Relax.
Is that film squirts?
Nah, bro, relax. Why are you throwing bare shade at our new player, bro? Relax. You man concentrate on your players, bro. Concentrate on getting your team ready for the Premier League. Let us worry about our team.
You know what I'm saying? When you're playing Marino up front and that, I feel like you're this, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about what we're doing on this side.
Yeah, JJ got kicked out. I don't know, bro. Man threw rocks and tomatoes in there. But listen, 116M, I don't care about the money in it. But let's talk about what the rivals are going to say, because clearly the rivals are worried, right? What do you think the rivals are going to be saying? Because they're going to be, if he doesn't hit the ground running straight away, they're going to be talking about, oh yeah, you spend 100 and blah, blah, blah on this dud player. We know this is coming. We know the expectation. They've already said to themselves as the rivals that they've put these unreal expectations on the player to come in and do well.
You know what, bro? Like, funny enough, the content creator rivals, I haven't clicked on any of their videos and that, but from the thumbnails and that, I mean, some of the thumbnails look stupid as well, like the over gas face and that, bro. But no, it looks ridiculous, bro. Liverpool are scary. Shut the fuck up, bro. Dickheads, bro.
I'm gonna make my next one like that just for you to cuss me as well.
And you know what's stupid as well? Man think that's what I do on my videos, isn't it? But mine's taken from in the video, bro. They're not separate. It's not a separate pitch. It's taken from in the video, bro.
I've always thought, until you educate me one time on it. I was like, how many photos did Sam take to get this?
Nah, bro. I've got because I've got over 1,000 videos and that. I've got 1,000 pictures in it. So sometimes I'll go back to them, like it's the same pictures. But yeah, man. I think apart from that, I've seen a lot of them they don't seem to be that bad. The content creator one, they seem to be quite smart about it. I think it's because it's a kind of talent that's kind of undeniable in it. So sometimes you've got one where it's a bit up and down, where it's like, nah, it's kind of undeniable. But when the season starts, whatever he does, he's getting cooked by rival fans if it's wrong, bro. And it's fine. Because, I don't mind, because I'm not really one of those fans in it. Like, I don't really, you paid this much money for my man and he can't even do this. I never really do that, bro. But you have to understand from other rivals, like we had that when we paid for Ox, bro. So I remember Arsenal fans at the time laughing their head. Oh my god, you paid for Ox! Ha 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 ha. Okay, Ox gave him 1 trophy, you pussies, bro.
Yeah, he
so
did.
we're gonna get it anyway, and I'm sure for a lot of the Liverpool fans who drop into that kind of banter, which is not a problem as long as it's all healthy and that. That's what they would have done for Declan Rice. That's what they would have done for Caicedo. That's what everyone still does for Grealish. So it's only right, isn't it? But seriously, I couldn't give a shit. It don't bother me at all, innit? You're at my team. It is what it is, bro. Man, do that about Zabazala all the time, bro.
Nah, that's true. Do you know what? That's so true, man. But do you know, honestly, I just can't wait for the interview stuff now. I just want to see the medical day and stuff like that. I think that's where I'll be like, yo, it's going to be surreal then. He was like, yo, we actually went and signed this brother. We actually went out there and spent 116 million on this player. And that's why I feel like there's a massive change in the way Liverpool are going to do business now. And with Paul Joyce saying that it doesn't stop here now.
I think yeah, apparently that's what he said. But it's I think that's also there's so many factors in it. Obviously, if you're just judging it player by player in terms of judge this transfer, you say 10 out of 10. Like even I would say, I was like, yeah, that's like a 10 out of 10 because he's of that kind of level, right? But you know, if you judge everything in totality, that's when I think people then start looking at things. Maybe not how much you would judge the transfer window, because I remember Spurs winning the transfer window not too long ago, and they ended up fucking up their season anyway. But I think it's more about, obviously, we've been starved of this, bro. And Savage is Savage, I'm 100% with you when you said about, bro, like, you know, like one talent, like just one prospect, bro. Like, I'm not even asking for like Kylian Mbappe level or like Lamine Yamal. I'm even saying like Wirtz is lower than that. So I mean, I'm at least saying, I beg you.
You know what they always done with us, bro? They wait for the player to get to another club, and then 6 months down the line, they'll be like, you know that he came to AXA and had a coffee. What? I don't care.
Martin Ødegaard walked around the training pitch and all. I was like,
Mbappe's mom's a Liverpool fan, and they were on John Henry's plane. Wow. Why are you telling me, bro?
Why are you telling me, bro? Like,
the fact that Mbappe actually came across, but it was obviously because his mom in it, she wanted to come around the place and that.
So he brought his mom on a stadium tour, bro. Man tried to gas it, bro. Just let it live, bro. I don't need to hear that.
What I will say is, all those news aggregators, all these Twitter guys who say this kind of stuff, I promise you, I'm going to genuinely punch you guys in the face. Like, I feel like I need to punch you guys in the face, because why do you tell us this stuff, bro? I don't care. Like, we don't care about news. Like, no, that's not news that like man needs to know. Like, and the thing is, it's worse because as Savage, like you tell us when they've made that next move. When they make the next move, that's when you tell us.
They only tell us about the ones that ended up good, you know. They don't tell us about the ones that we saved.
Oh, yeah, all that,
Wait for man to win the Champions League, you know. You do know that Klopp had a chance to sign him, but he wanted to sign Minamino instead. Stop lying, bro.
So stop, come on, bro. Like, it's so annoying, bro. Because the thing is, obviously we're Liverpool fans, so we're checking out for Liverpool news. This happens to every club around the world in terms of missing out on players and etc. etc. But you know, like with Liverpool, bro, like it always seems to be with us. We miss out on like the best of the best. Like we don't even miss out on these meaty guys. We seem to miss out on. Watch. In 3 years' time, there's gonna be a conversation that probably is gonna say,
of course,
yeah, you know what, Pedri, he was close to joining Liverpool until Hansi Flick came in. He decided he's gonna stay. I don't care, bro. Like, don't tell me now, 4 years down the line, you know what's kind of going.
Yeah, because that means I was happy at that time. I didn't know, and now you made me like upset because
now you got upset me. Like, exactly,
there was a chance. That's why you see with this one, I got gassed. I was like, please, man, make sure this happened, because I'm like, I don't want to, like, this deal for me elevates us, bro. And I just didn't want it to be one of those ones that go, oh, yeah, it was like, we spoken that, but yeah, it was just
Can I ask you then, just before you go on here, because you just mentioned about elevate, yeah? Now, let's go off the basis that Liverpool signed Kerkez as well. So you got Kerkez, Frimpong, and obviously Florian Wirtz. But just Florian Wirtz specifically, I don't know what number you would put Liverpool at right now, but whatever number you've got in your head, right? What number then do you think that Florian Wirtz takes us to? Just personal opinion.
We don't move from the number that we're at right now, bro. That's what I feel like he's gonna take us to. So that number where we're at right now with the current the championship, yeah, that's the level we stay at, bro. That's the level. He makes us stay at that level. He doesn't make us drop off. He doesn't make us drop off, because I feel, as I said to you, bro, it's not the fact of the player itself, is what he will bring to the team. And we've watched our team this season in moments within games, within like making the right decisions. You're like, bro, if you just make the simpler decision, the right decision here, that's an extra goal. That's 2 goals. That put you in a comfortable position to go on and make this game a lot easier than what we make it to be. And for some reason, we didn't do that in moments within different games. So now I feel like with this player, with his skill set, that's what's going to happen. So those low block teams that you think they can just sit, but you can't do that now. You can't. You're going to have to figure out a different way. And I'm not saying teams are not going to figure out how to play against him. Of course, they will eventually. But he's going to be the unknown entity within our team. He's going to be that fresh blood in the team, wants to prove himself in the Premier League. And then the other players around him, because he's going to do certain things, it's going to elevate. We know, like how when Thiago came in, and there were certain things he was doing, like he would give the players first-time touches. But because they weren't used to a player like knocking it into them and demanding it back, yeah, you see sometimes they would like hot potato, like they didn't want it. Like there was moments when we was watching Thiago in the midfield. Eventually they got used to like, oh, this is what he wants. And because Thiago was doing that, guess what? The Liverpool team, we sped up our play when he was in the midfield. There were certain things he was doing, quick little change of direction, pop it into him, demand it back, spray it out wide. And that's what Florian Wirtz is going to do, but more in the attacking sense. Demand it in those areas and be clever and cute with this type of passing. So I think we stay where we are, bro. Nothing changes my mind on what Liverpool are going to go and achieve. I think we even go one better.
No. You know what it is? Like, obviously, I know you in it, so it's a bit different. It's just, I guess it's the way that I hear people talk. It's like, depending on how you rate the team, how you don't rate the team at this current moment in time, I think that obviously plays its part. But I think the way that people are taught, let's say people rate Liverpool like 8 out of 10 as an example. The way that people are speaking is with Florian Wirtz, all of a sudden now we're a 20 out of 10 like kind of team. And I'm exactly like with you, which is I think Liverpool are in the same kind of position as they were. The difference is that being able to maintain that. I think that's the sign for me anyway. That's the sign of real champions and real dominance. That's what Manchester United, that's what Manchester City, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich in their own respective leagues. That's what they do. They're able to have this kind of level of like, we can keep signing players that we don't even drop off. So because we don't drop off now, and everyone has to still reach our level anyway, now it's just about the talent on the pitch and, you know, what they can do and etc. etc. So yeah, man, like that's a good thing for Liverpool.
Still on the same one still. I mean, I don't know how much like we could never like quantify this anything, but I don't know how much extra points Salah you think Salah gives you a year in the Premier League. But because obviously without Salah, the team's still going to get a certain amount of points on it, and I think Wirtz definitely offers at least like. And this sounds little, but it's not, bro. He offers at least 12 points on his own, bro. Which 12 points on top of what you already finished on is damn near what? I must have finished on 84 points, something like that.
Yeah,
that's 96 points, bro. That's the difference. I think he's that kind of difference now. And in the Champions League and stuff like that, I think he's going to be good. I think Wirtz plus another midfielder elevates us even more because I think he's going to offer so much going forward in it. And he's pressing at the front of the pitch. We're still going to have whatever at the back of the pitch, and they've got to sort that out as well. Because I think they need to improve on that a little bit. But yeah, man, I think it's problems, man. I think 10, 12 points, bro. I think it's a lot of points, bro. I know like it doesn't sound like a lot, bro, but you have to figure it out. It's a lot. Because you think of how much, when you think of like how much Alisson saves you as a goalkeeper. I'm talking about the equivalent, the opposite way around, bro. And that could be, and the thing is, I'm not telling you where the 12 points are picked up from either. So those 12 points could be worth more if it's against Man City and Arsenal and all that. Which I think will happen. Those games where we draw a lot of the times, even like at Old Trafford, like we don't win against Man U at Old Trafford all the time, but we have a 0-0 and a 1-1. I think he changes that, bro. I think when we're out of ideas, he has a little bit more to offer going forward. You know what I mean? And I feel like people like McAllister that can do that, but he offers it a bit more consistent, well, a lot more consistent. So yeah, man. Dope.
It definitely is because I think them points are a lot, to be fair. 10 points is what we won the Premier League by this season. So if you can add that again, and you're right, in terms of like the games against Arsenal are the ones, man, because we drew twice to them. And then Man United, we drew once, didn't we, as well?
Yeah.
And it's just like, there's moments where we need those points where we have to beat this Arsenal team as well. We won the league without beating them, but I want to beat them because that even makes them even worse for them because it'd be like, right, we actually lost to these men as well. The game against Forest, the one that, Arne Slot goes on about a lot of the times, that you don't lose that now with a player like him in your team. You don't. You just don't now.
Yeah,
It's
and we
more
drew
players-
the other one as well, I think. So we could have won that. You know
we
what I mean?
drew against them as well. Bro.
Yeah, we didn't beat Nottingham last season.
So I'm saying,
We didn't beat them, and we didn't beat Newcastle. I don't think either. Or if we,
we
did,
were
we
about to beat. No, we did. We did the second game.
okay, so we drew them once. And, oh yeah, we did. And it was it 2-0 or something like that.
2-0,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was literally before the final.
Yeah, but that's what I think. Like it's, yeah, man. I think the times over the years when we've lost to like a team who's either on the same level as us or there or thereabouts, but it's not because they played solely better. It's on that day they had one player who was a little bit better than us, bro, who had a little bit of a different idea, bro.
Yeah.
You know, for years for Man City, like De Bruyne had that all the time. Where if shit, even against like lesser teams, bro, there's always a game where like you struggle against a team that you're supposed to just smoke, bro, some up and coming team, and you just brass one in the top corner and get on with it, bro, and just take the 3 points and get out of there, bro. And it's gonna make such a difference.
You know them games as well, Stab, when he gets like he'll get 4 assists in the game. You're like,
yeah,
it's like you might think it's like something little, and it's like, oh my days, he got 4 assists, but that's like a game where we would normally struggle for ages. They get a couple of counter attacks, we're looking shaky, and then Mo Salah has to then do something.
Yeah, bro. That's where the thing came from. That's where the Coutinho comparison isn't so much how the style of play of both of them exactly, but that's where it comes from. That little period you have of Coutinho, which feels way longer than it was, but when he was in world class form, and you could argue at the time probably the best midfielder in the world and what he was doing, he felt untouchable at that point, bruv. It felt like when he drops the shoulder on you, bruv, it's long, bruv. It's going in from anywhere. That little thing, man. You get me? We had to sacrifice that because he wanted to leave, and in the end we got Virgil and Alisson for it. But we would never have chose to sacrifice that kind of player, bruv. And in the end it worked out, I guess. But it's always good to have one of those kind of players on the pitch, man. I feel like all the top teams, when you think about it, they all have one of them at least. Some of them have more than one, but they all have one of them.
Yeah, because Man City, you'd say, had Kevin De Bruyne, which helped them a lot against the low block teams. Because if he's not
doing it
the
season before.
But that's what I'm saying. You see, when you play against Kevin De Bruyne, like it feels like there's more space because they can't allow him to just dictate the game. So there's always someone that has to leave a position to go and do something. And then by that time, there's a 1-2. Now he's in behind. Then it's a goal. And you're like, oh, my days. Now the game is open now. Because now you can't sit in the low block. You have to come and play now. Exactly. And then you had Arsenal with maybe not obviously last season, but the season before that, I want to say that Odegaard was, pulling the strings, bro, for that team. Creating chances left, right, and centre, scoring these goals. And then you've got Palmer for Chelsea. Every other team has had a player where they can go, just give him the ball. Give him the ball.
Even Man U have it with Bruno, bro. When Man U struggle,
Bruno
to do something. So we just need that, man. And like I said, I'm not dissing our midfield. They have it, but none of them are consistent enough with it. You know what I mean? You're going to get like 4. You're going to get a couple of those times this season where Mac might do it. You know what I mean? But it's not consistent enough. And to have somebody designated at doing that.
Do you think then it's like, obviously, like some of the names we're naming, these are like established top level kind of players, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? I don't think Wirtz is of those kind of levels at this present moment.
What about the thing you want to say though? Foden?
Oh yeah. Of course, yeah. He's on like a Foden level, but
that's what I mean,
it just leads into my other point that I was going to make anyway about those players, which is ultimately, I think, and this is why I'm really like, for the first time in a long time, I'm actually going to invest a little bit more maybe into preseason, more so in terms of the way the team is playing and stuff like that than the results and stuff. That is key for me in order for Florian Wirtz to work. It's all well and like, unfortunately for him, he's not Mbappe. Mbappe, you just put anywhere, any team, any world, he will bag you goals. Like Haaland, same thing, they bag you goals. KDB, clearly, same thing, bag you whatever, everything. Do you get what I mean? Those kind of plug and play kind of players. Wirtz is not a plug and play player, unfortunately, at this current moment in time. So I'm so interested to see, and I think we said this towards the back end of the last season anyway, what's Slot going to do moving forward? Because we've all got ideas. I think we've done how many shows, we've spoken about this tactic, that tactic. Yeah, we did the 3 at the back. We've done everything. Do you get what I'm trying to say? What's Slot actually going to do though? Because ultimately, Wirtz is coming into a team where you're not a Don Dada here. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's Don Dadas really here. Salah, Virgil, Alisson, Robertson, Don Dadas, legends. Won every single trophy you can think of. You're a player like in the McAllister kind of mode where it's like, yeah, he's a good player, Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe a bit better, or however you see him. But you still need to get there. You need to earn your keep here, regardless of how good we know that you actually are. So I'm just so interested to see, like, what's Slot gonna do? How's he gonna use him? Like I want to know, because for me, I'm like, bro, don't spend all this money on Wirtz and we just play the same way we played last
That's
season.
what I was gonna say to you,
like,
man. We're never gonna find out this from like Hughes, innit? And it's fine.
Oh yeah,
I don't need them. But I'm so I know that Slot's always said like I'm in collaboration with Hughes and I speak to him every day. But even if you're in collaboration, at one point, one of you is still going to want to play more than the other one. Like,
that's true.
So I keep wondering. He costs so much money, and the way Slot was talking about players before, I could be wrong, because remember he's coming from Feyenoord. He's only known to all the players that he changed. He changed like most of the team with youngsters before that they already had. I'm like, bro, has he been saying the whole time to like these man? I hear all of that, but I need him. That's the player. Or is Wirtz a person that matches the profile of a player that Slot wants? And these that are like, we got this guy. There's a couple of these other ones and that, but this one here is for now and the future because he's so young. So paying this much money for him won't be a problem, because while everyone can run their mouth and stuff, but if you got him for 5 years, then it doesn't matter anymore, the money at all. Like, you separate that over 5 years, 20 mil a year, whatever, 23 mil a year. It's nothing, bro. You get me? They're all young. So I'm always wondering which one is it more of? Is it Slot, or is it, because then it's to your point, because I can't see, if say for example, obviously I put that team out on Twitter, man, that's on the sake of I put Wirtz on the left and I said put Diaz are going to end up up front. That's because I can't picture a team without Szoboszlai playing. But I'm like, surely if Slot pushed for this player, then he's just gonna, then all the stuff that we're saying, even though he gets to pay the big money to coach, he can't be that far off in the fact of, well, surely you're gonna have to give him freedom, and surely you're gonna have to play him in his position he wants to play in, because you paid that much money for him. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't buy like a Ferrari and then put a Volvo engine in it just because. Yeah, you wouldn't. So I'm never gonna know. You know what I mean? Maybe if one of the journalists can do their fucking job and ask the question. But it would be nice to know, innit? I'm not mad at them though. I'm not mad that we don't know stuff. I'm just saying it'd be nice to know.
What about the report? Like, obviously there was reports about the way that he, Arne Slot showed him Liverpool, or probably just spoke to him about what he sees him doing in the future position, and that's probably one of the reasons, if not the reason, why he opted to come to Liverpool over the other teams. So I guess you're right. In terms of Arne Slot would have to have sold him, I'm giving you your preferred position. I'm going to build the team around.
What is that? What is that?
I think the 10, because we have been playing with a 10, even though Arne Slot keeps lying to us and saying, nah, at the start of the season, said, nah, who told you?
But is it a 10 though?
Yeah, it's in the words of what I think everyone's a bit.
You know what?
Everyone's a bit literal. When you say 10,
yeah, I was going to say
our imagination is someone stands behind the striker.
Yeah, in that 10, yeah.
But it's not. The rule, the kind of game for a 10 is he can go anywhere. He gets the freedom off the football pitch to go and conduct how he sees fit, where he sees fit, plug gaps, make different runs. His job is to not only be the main creative hub for the team, but also be a player that can go and pick up different positions to allow fluidity around the players. So I think whenever we say 10, I think everyone goes, right, the guy that just stands behind. You can't just stand there, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm with you, bro. I think that 10 died like a couple of years ago. The one what stays in attacking mid. We all grew up loving them players, bro. But I think because of one, how athleticism's changed in the game and stuff, and the managers want more versatility, and the fact that everyone costs so much money, it's like, I'll buy you and you can do two players' jobs instead of me buying two players, because I can't afford to do that in different teams. So because there's loads of them in it. Like every time someone mentions the 10, they mention Odegaard, but when you see Arsenal's formation, it says there's 2 8s in it, but there's not. Yeah. You know what I mean? So and he always veers more towards the right hand side where Saka is, not where Martinelli is. Whereas Wirtz is probably going to veer more towards where Diaz is, because he just naturally does that anyway. When you look at Palace, I don't even know where people think Eze plays, but he plays like a 10, but he's everywhere.
He does,
again, in the Man City formation, they've got him next to, like, they've got him where Salah is on the formation thing. You get me? They got Marmoush in the middle, they got De Bruyne on the right hand side to where, or in a 6. He's not in there, bro. He's just everywhere, bro. I've seen De Bruyne at left back, right back, midfield, and you know what I mean. So I think it's all changed. But you're right, man. I think whatever the presentation Slot gave him, and I'm thinking, this is crazy. But do you ever think not with Liverpool because we're a proper family club and nothing. But you think that anyone gives a man like one of the mad presentations that like there's a couple of lighters in there? It's like, yo,
You're dumb.
I'm actually being, because you know when we watch movies and that, say NFL, I'm always picturing that.
I get what you mean.
Drop a couple of lighters and that, and you got the keys to the city. You can go here when you want. You get me? I don't know if you heard about when Neymar went to Barcelona. Did you hear about what was in his contract about his dad? What his dad put in there? A couple of orgies and
what?
Nah.
You think, bruv? I'm Googled it, bruv. I'm telling you,
definitely gonna do the research on that
You know
one.
what I mean?
1 second, Sam. Let me change the.
Okay. Look at
one
orgy.
second.
I think they had to wait. He had to get it before Neymar signed the contract as well, so they had to wait.
Yeah, come on.
All right. G asked for the heat map so we can carry on the conversation. It's
I wanted to consider it was just because again, to me, like I said, Wirtz is Wirtz. We know. Let's take that to one side, right? Look at that heat map. Straight off the rip,
left wing
and this is where I was asked that my next question was going to ask you, what position do you then put him in? Because to me, he is a 10 that roams, because you can see on the right side as well. the right side is proper like red on that side as well. It's just more so it's because he's right-footed, so it's going to be that side on the left-hand side. I get all of that. So that's what I'm trying to think in terms of Liverpool are going to have to set up differently next season. I don't think Liverpool can set up the same way they set up last season and expect him to come into that and then do what he does. I don't think it works because he can't play. Sorry, let me take that back. We don't know if he can play that way, but that's not where we're getting the best from him in that way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like we've seen, look, like, and this is why I just wanted people to visually see. There's all of you in the chat. Look at his heat map. That will give you a better indication as to what is his best kind of role, though. Do you get what I'm trying to say? As opposed to just everyone getting mad at him now. Why does he keep drifting to the left? Well, he does that a lot. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so maybe Slot, if we try to play Slot's way, maybe Savage is right. Maybe he does just say, why don't I just put you left wing? I'm going to have a left fullback who's going to bomb up and down that side to give us the width that we want, regardless, like PSG, when they have Doué cutting inside to play almost as like an attacking midfield and then move from there.
That's the reason why I don't think you can do that, though, G, because even though he drifts to the left, it doesn't mean that he's there. I think if you put him there, what you're going to end up having is he's going to keep vacating that position. He has to play in the 10 with a left winger. So when he makes that move to drift and go and play the 1-2s there, he's not necessarily needing that he has to stay there, if that makes sense. But if you just
I don't want him in central areas, though. I don't feel like I'm going to get the best.
That's where he has to play, bro. That's where he gets the best out of him. The only reason why it looks like that, the only reason why the heat map looks like that, yes, it's just because he likes to roam. I know it's more to one side, but you know you have them ballers that like to drift so they can cut in on their favorite foot. Something like Odegaard, I guess that's why he probably goes to the right, because then he can shift back inside on his left-hand side. Yeah. I think that's what you have them ballers that like doing that. But when you watch Odegaard, have the option. What do you mean?
When you watch Odegaard as an example, right? His best football doesn't come through the center, though. It comes through playing on that.
I know, but he's still required to be. No, but he's still required to be the guy that's in the middle, even though he drifts more to that side. The reason why he leaves that space, I can't remember the technical term for it, but there's a technical term on why he vacates that space, because then you've got players that's just marking space and they shouldn't be marking space. Is where he leaves it open. So when he takes players away, he creates that space within there, because that's where initially he wants to go. And even if he cuts back inside, he'll go reverse ball to Saka, or he'll cut inside and keep going and then get the shots off. That's where you see a lot of the times he ends up getting that shot from more of a central position, because he comes off that right-hand side, cuts in, and there's a massive gap because that's his position, but he vacates it to leave that as space whenever he needs to go and attack it. And I think it's the same for Florian Wirtz. He leaves that space because he wants to cut in to create that. And then what you have then, you're going to have runners that can use that space that he's vacating. But if you go right, Florian Wirtz, you go left and throw him out on the left-hand side, what you're going to end up doing is he's going to keep cutting in and leaving that gap there. And then you're going to give too much work for Kirkins to keep going up and down, up and down.
I feel like that's a bit unrealistic. Like, okay, so there's two things I was going to say. I'll say this part and then I'll say that to agree with your point. The first thing is, I don't feel like if you put him, and this is just guessing, right? I'd like he could just play 10 and I'm good with that. I haven't got a problem. Even if he plays left wing, I don't feel like he's going to vacate. Like, he's not a dumb player. Like, if you tell him to play left wing, but you're going to be literally playing in a half space, Like, I don't need necessarily you to be a left winger. I don't think Liverpool necessarily need that when you've already got a fullback who's effectively going to do that job anyway. You're not also going to tell him, yeah, well, defensively, you're not going to help out. But you're going to help out, like, regardless. It's going to be more than a Salah, as an example, in terms of him getting back. I can more or less guarantee that much, because you're going to leave Salah up front. So I feel like he could do that role. But to your point, let's say that point calm, I'm good with that. You've reiterated to me, just listening to that, Liverpool have to buy a new midfielder. There's no way that you're dealing with the midfielders that you got to do what you're saying, and you're saying, yeah, grab McAllister or Szoboszlai. No, you need to sign that midfielder to do.
Why do you think that? Why do you think
because
that?
Because you have none of those three midfielders can dictate or control tempo. So in order for Wirtz to be able to do all of that stuff in terms of picking up the ball, being able to free roam, having that possession and all of that stuff, for him to do that, you need a midfielder who can actually control that beginning or build up.
But that's his job. No, that's his job, though. That's what I'm saying. That's his.
No. Wirtz's job is not build up. It's not the build up. No.
Build up. All these guys can do a build up, bro. They're not naive enough. Can't control the ball and pass it. We've seen us do that. But we're talking about what he's going to leave. If he stands out on the left hand side, he's going to vacate that position because he's naturally want to cut inside and play through the middle thirds. So
yeah, I'm saying play your way. Yeah, I'm saying play your way.
Yeah, but if he leaves that space, there's going to be too much room for that left-hand side, too much work for Kirkes. The rest of the guys are capable enough to do the initial build-up phase. Virgil and that, Gravenberch, McAllister, they're good enough players to do the initial build-up.
I don't think, I think in order to get the best out of him, okay, prime example, yeah. And this is why I implore people to always watch like certain players. You see Granit Xhaka, control setter. This brother can. I'm not saying he's better than a Gravenberch or McAllister as an overall player, but in terms of what he brings to the team, it's way better in terms of what's needed in order for Bayern Leverkusen to play the way that they do under Xabi Alonso, right? Him and Palacios, they can do those jobs excellently. Now, whether I'm not saying that they're better, but in terms of those specific jobs, they are better, in my opinion, than a Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and McAllister. That's why I feel in order to then get the best out of this guy, I genuinely believe, and I'm going to keep saying it all summer until I see it happen, Liverpool need to get that brother. I think, to what you said earlier on as well, you see when you said Liverpool maintain, you see if you go out and get whoever, I don't care, just go out and get that profile of midfielder. To me, I'm like, okay, you've gone up a level now.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. About to have another midfielder makes it even more, because I think him going forward, 100%.
100% him going forward. I'm not even worried about. He can do whatever. He's a baller. You do your thing in that attacking third. Yes, you're going to drop into midfield and do etc. That's fine. But you in the attacking side, I'm not worried about you one jot. You see, before that attack though, at the end, and I know Enzi disagree. I know you do. But I promise you, no. But I promise you, Enzi, yeah. If Liverpool go and do it, I'm going to put my neck on the line here. I promise you, if Liverpool get that midfielder, you're going to see a different type of football. Like you would have to. I
know what you're asking for. I'm not naive enough not to know what you're asking for. I know. But what I'm saying is, what you're asking for, I don't see why these other players can't do that. And I get your point when you made about Granit Xhaka. I get your point when you made about being a controller, right? But before his last season at Arsenal, you never looked at him like as one of those players. We knew he was misprofiled based on how the manager was using him. He's like, he's not really a DM like that, but he's more of an 8 that can kind of help dictate play.
Yeah,
we saw in that last season before he left Arsenal, he was like, that's him. That's Xhaka. And then he left, and he was like, oh, so he could go up another level. That's him because he kept that same position. What I'm saying though is, for a manager like Arne Slot, right, to go and get this player, this style of player to come in, clearly he might have thought about all of these things already. And if he doesn't, for an example, right, say your point is right, and we're going to go and look for a midfielder, and then he goes and gets that midfielder, and we're like, cool, calm. Your point was valid because now I've seen him go and get the player. If he doesn't go and get that said player or another midfielder and he go and gets him, that means already, I believe, he's gone, I know who I can use to use that position that you're talking about. So then I have to trust what the gaffer is, planning to do. yes,
No, I agree.
stylistically,
I agree.
there's difference between the players, and I know we did play some slow football at time last season, but I generally believe these players have it within them. It's just that they weren't asked to do that. I felt like I said this last season. I felt like these men just took their job title to a T. Like the gaffer was like, "Yo, I need you to stand here and do this," and they literally went, "All right, I'm standing here and do this." And like, big man, you got other skill set. Use them as well. You don't need to just.
I do think our midfield can do more. I'm with you, and I think they can do what you're asking of. Obviously, because I agree with G, like I'll just go and get the player, but I do think they can do that. And you're probably right. If the season starts that way, it's because he believes that he can already get out.
Yeah,
the only problem our midfield have is the movement, man. We don't have. There's no movement.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
There's no rotation.
Yeah, it's like
no
you're on this side, you're on this side, and you're on this side, and I'm like, bro, move, bro. Like you're a midfielder, bro. Like whatever on that formation sheet, wherever you are, bro. That doesn't mean that's where you have to stay in the whole game. The game don't work like that. You know what I mean? And when you move, like you're done, he's step into that space there, innit? And then if you move, then but these men just want to stand next to each other, and I'm like, bro, you just what you doing?
Move. But that's why I believe like he's gonna come in and help with that, because once he start moving around. So yeah, so the point I was trying to make, right? Say, let me just move Diaz out the way. Say you just wanted him to play in that position, right? And say someone else is in that 10 role. Yeah. He, based on his heat map, we can agree that if he operates in here, he's gonna cut back inside and go here, right? What that then leaves is a massive gap, which is fine. Kirkins can operate down there, but eventually, bro, this brother is gonna be tired, bro. Like that, he has to cover this whole left-hand side himself. So that's what I'm saying. You can't have a player there.
But I don't think. But
literally wants to just cut in every 2 seconds.
But the heat map shows he's more predominantly on the left anyway, and he cuts in. But
it's not like highlighted like, yo, he's on the left completely. It still shows he's on the right as well. It gives a balance, but just slightly in favor to the left.
But this is why I say. And by the way, like I'm good with either way. This is just more topic for conversation. It's just. I'm more to what Savage was saying about him potentially playing there. I can see if he does play there again. I don't know if he is, and I'm not advocating for him. I will understand it though, because I'll be like, it kind of does make sense for you to go there anyway. If you're going to not sign another player like midfielder, and you want to keep Szoboszlai in the team, and you want to have that same midfield free because of what that midfield brings you. Because otherwise, what we're saying now, if Wirtz is here, you've got 2 midfielders, and that is it. So I don't know what that transition looks like with only 2 midfielders in the middle of the park, because it's already scarce and crazy with 3 last season, as we saw. So imagine now you're now going to say, well, there's only going to be 2 of you now in there. Like to me, I'm like, oosh, if you're going to have 2, we're going to need someone who can keep the ball like he's Iniesta. Do you get what I'm trying to say? In order for this to even remotely work, or you're going to need a Makalele level type of midfielder just who can run up and down, tackle, do this, and do all of that kind of stuff. Neither of these 2 players offer that. So I'm like, that's where I'm always like, okay, you're going to need to sign another midfielder then who can do that for you in order for you to then say, I'm not saying Florian Wirtz isn't going to come back, by the way. He's obviously going to help out every now and again, but his game isn't really geared for coming back in that kind of way. His game is geared to find me in space, get me further. And that's why we rate KDB and all these guys. KDB, Savage said it, bro, I see this brother left back, right back, whatever. But you see when he's up in space, the team is set up so perfectly for him to not have to worry, like to come back and defend, because they've got the Rodris, they've got their 3, however many defenders that they put 2 back there, and then they've got their midfield behind. It's all set up like just perfectly for them. Obviously, I hope we get to that level where it's like, the team is set up so great that, you know what, fuck it. We'll go with what Enzo's saying. We'll go with these 2 in the pivot here, and the team still looks calm defensively. Yeah. But the team's going to need to be set up in a way that allows for that. At this moment, today's date, Friday the 13th, I'm not confident of that. I've not seen it, so I'm not.
But would you have said that at the start of the season? Because I would agree that at the start of the season, I actually saw the double pivot. As the season went on, I think it changed to 2-8s. So that's why I felt
no. But even double pivot 2-8, Liverpool still looked crazy on the transition. Do you remember? Like, it still looked like, why are we getting cut open, and why is it so easy for teams to just cut through the team as if we are just no midfielders anyway? Not as much. You're right. I will say that. Not as much at the beginning of the season. It happened, but very scarcely. Then obviously when it turned to the double 8s, it then just moved completely ridiculous, where Southampton are cutting through us. You get like Southampton, can you imagine? Like, that's the kind of level of team who are just easy through Liverpool's midfield. knife through butter or hot knife through butter. So I'm then like, okay, you're going to need almost a different type of profile, or you just need to set the team up differently in terms of what you're actually doing.
Fluid movement's going to be everything. I think that Diaz and Salah is going to tuck in even more, bro, because I see. No,
but we're focusing on the attack though, Savage. Like the attack isn't even like that. That's not really going to be too much of an issue because the attack does the same thing anyway, and we're not complaining about what they do. I'm saying the midfield. Like,
oh no, you know, I've been on that with you, bro.
Yeah, no, of course, of course.
Yeah. There's holes there in it, but
don't get twisted. By the way, if Liverpool play the same way that they played last season, that midfield I'm calm with. Clearly, because we won the league by like 12 whatever points, so I'm good with that midfield if you play that same way. But from what I'm hearing, nobody wants us to play that way. Everyone wants us to play a different way now that we've got Wirtz. So I'm trying to find almost like trying to see, okay, what's another solution? Because I want to get Wirtz in the best position possible in order for him to do 2020. Fuck it. I want Wirtz to do 2020.
You know what? I'm not saying I don't think we need to adjust dramatically. I think from a defensive situation, we need to be better with the double pivot. That's the only thing I think we need to change. I don't think this team needs a dramatic change in style of football. Yes, I think they will play better football, but I feel like, as I said to you, I saw a team that looked very defensively solid at the start of the season. I could see the double pivot. I could see you could basically hold hands to the guy next to you. I could see that. As the season went on, and when the moment I saw that we looked a bit more open was the moment when I was like, oh, we've now shifted to 2-8s now instead of the double pivot. And that's when I saw a team started to cut through us more from the central position, more than just going out wide. When they were going out wide, it was like, yeah, that's calm. But as soon as you come in the middle, Gravenberch was there, McAllister was there. We were there, ready to defend. There was less work for Konate and Virgil. But as the season went on, it felt like they were just the one and we didn't have a midfield. And I felt like that's because we shifted and left Gravenberch on his ones in there because we wanted to utilize McAllister's more of his skill sets because he's more of a creator. Then we wanted to invert Trent a little bit more because, you know, Trent is a creator as well. We wanted to do all of that stuff. But I know with him now, I think with Florian, I think that helps massively. So you don't have to change too much from a defensive structure. You can keep that and allow him to still go and do his thing. Because all you have to do is just sit in there as your double. Do you know what I mean? All you have to do is literally just sit in there as your double. Anything on a counter attack, you snap in and win. You're still going to have your two centre halves behind you if needs be. And then your fullbacks are probably going to start going high and wide. And what Savage said earlier about he thinks Salah and that will be more tucked in, I think that's what's going to happen. And then we're just going to congest the middle. I think that's what's going to happen.
No. And this here, it's like a good, like, when we do our proper like breakdown of the tactics and stuff later on, I think it's going to be so interesting. I think it's because also as well, Wirtz has never played like this before. That's my also problem. Like, you see this, what you're doing now? Yeah. There needs to be one more centre-back. That's what Wirtz has played with. He's never done it with two centre-backs. He's always had three, whether it's Germany, whether it's Bayern Leverkusen. So having the two back there, what does that now look like defensively for Liverpool? Anyway,
but one thing, it's not even going to be a 2 though, G. It's going to be a 4. You're going to have your 2 centre midfielders, similar to what City did. You remember when they went into that stupid box that anyone went in there, it was a long day for you. I think similar to that, that's what you're going to do. And I think with like these guys, with the energetic guys, they're going to be snapping at heel. I think these guys are going to do a lot. Especially teams are going to be like, yo, we can't really go down the flanks no more because pace for pace, I think it's going to be long. And if from here, where's the space if you're a team? Yes, you can try and work combinations within it. I'm not saying teams can't do that, but the spaces are going to be in behind these areas, right? So they're probably going to smash the ball down there, but then there's going to be foot race between two of the quickest fullbacks, and then you're going to have Konate that does that, and then these two can drop. I'm just thinking in my head what I can see as being a lot more defensively structured when we're retaining possession and in control of the ball. But yes, obviously that we can improve the team and get another midfielder. I'm not going to disagree with that. But I still think they've got enough to go and do something else. But yeah, of course, I'd want a little deep line playmaker in there as well. Innit? But
Ed always says this, yeah.
We're not going to get him. No, but we're not going to get him. I'm calm with the lads, bro. I'm calm with the man them. You know what I mean?
You make me seem like the bad guy, but you just said there, yeah, bro, you know what I mean? We can grab a little deep line playmaker. I'm like, yeah, like tell the people so that I don't look like the crazy one when I keep suggesting it.
I can't help you, bro.
And by the way, Savage also wouldn't mind as well, but everyone seems to be super quiet when
they
mention it.
These are you two gentlemen. Would you grant me with this question? Because it's playing on my mind and I need to. Where's the line, bro?
He's the other.
No, because I'm being deadly serious, bro. When I mean I can't see the team without him, I think he's Slot's guy, bro.
Deep line playmaker, sir, but I don't know who he goes in for.
See, someone's gonna have to get the boot, bro.
This is
Question: Who takes the boot then?
Gravenberch. It's very easy.
Yeah, I don't want to answer that question because it's not about who I want to take the boot. If I think Slot's gonna boot someone, I think it'll be Grav.
He's definitely, as in, listen, I might not rate McAllister as high as everyone else does. He's playing next season.
Max, he seems like if Max around, he's always going to play.
He's always going to play. He's always going to play.
That's why I said I know man didn't want him because if we don't buy a striker, bro, I'm telling you, bro, you're going to see Wirtz and Zamaz on the pitch at the same time, bro. Just not going to be where everyone likes to see it, bro. You get me? I'm saying, bro.
You know, for Hungary, he for Hungary played in that deep line playmaker role.
It's the same, bro. Like,
I know why you man trying to kick my boy Grabs out the team.
I don't even want to move it. I'm just saying when the season starts, bro, and Diaz is number 9, bro, then I know how the rest of the team's going. I just don't want to.
You know what's mad? Gravenberch is suspended for the first game of the season.
Oh shit!
You ain't getting your spot back, man.
He's suspended for the Charity Shield game. That's the game he's suspended for.
No, I'm sure it's the league game.
The first competitive game is the Charity Shield game.
I thought they said he could play in the Charity Shield, but he can't play in the Prem.
Yeah, he can't play in the Premier League.
That, bro. Because
that's what they said, bro.
No, I'll check it.
I don't.
Nah, bro. That was Gary Lineker's last word before he got sacked, bro. I heard him.
Or someone in the chat, if you can.
And would you grant me this space to say one more thing? I know. I'm trying to be a better man than that, so I thought I'd ask.
Look, Ryan Gravenberch. Look, even Liverpool site.
Neymar Jr.'s contract, and everyone's in the chat like I'm talking shit. I have the article here, and I got the quote.
No, there's no way, bro.
Brother, I heard the president of Santos talk. Brother, Neymar's contract proposal and transfer to Barcelona included an orgy for his father in a London hotel. Santos' former president claimed that when moving, his dad asked for unlimited free coffee. Yeah, and the orgy with prostitutes in a London hotel in Mayfair, or Neymar's not signing, and a plane to get back to Brazil to watch their local team. And until that was done, Neymar couldn't sign the contract. Swear down.
Nah, do you know why I know he's not lying here? Because I remember Troydini going, when they asked him about signing, he said, just remove the humps in the car park. And that's
I remember that. Yeah, I remember him saying that. I remember him fully saying that.
Imagine just check, because, Neymar's so excited to join Barca. Imagine man's mom asking, like, yo, son, how come you not join? Can't really say still. Dad's just getting the car fixed and that. We'll have to wait.
That's he's getting a car fixed, I have to wait. I'm just gonna stay here while he's sorting out.
Okay, then so what you used to, if you was moving to a club and you was Neymar level, remember Santos Neymar with the cheetah hair, and you're like, what are you asking for in your contract, bro? Because when you're him, you can ask for anything.
I'm asking for a girl every week, guaranteed, and she's gotta be like.
Okay. Well, you asking for what every week?
I'm asking for a chick every week.
I don't know about what kind of PDD trafficking is going on here.
Yeah, I know.
Enzo doesn't approve this message. G did he turn up, bro? I didn't think he was going to say that. I thought he was going to mention food or something. G, did he, bro?
G, can you make sure everyone know this is what the words of G, not from Football with Ends channel. This is the words
I'm asking, first and foremost, if there are like the humps and like what Troy Deeney said, remove that. Man trying to get smooth sailing into training and that. We don't want any of them problems. I also I probably would want something silly, like something that I thought would be unattainable, but clearly they would do it, which is like, I don't know, like I want you guys to, every home game, or every game, should I say, I want you guys to always make sure that I've got, I don't know, like I've got entertainment in terms of like my PlayStation, my Nintendo, like on every travel bus. I need to make sure make sure that it's all there. What else do I want? Neymar level.
Listen, you can't have everything, bro. There's only a limited
Neymar level, bro.
There's a level. No, there's level. There's different. You're coming in as like an understudy, though. You can't ask for too much.
An understudy, bro. He came in and started. Like, he
I know,
came
but we're
into
talking
squad.
about you as you know what I mean. It's just
No, but he said if I was Neymar level, and
Oh,
I'm going to
sorry, I didn't hear
Barcelona.
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I'm Neymar level, me, bro. I'll be lucky if I can ask for a bus pass to get to training every day, let alone ask for a thing. I'm saying Neymar level, bro. I'm saying I want a PlayStation, and I want every bus when we're on the coach going to every game, like every away game, make sure I'm always in the same seat that's got the screen on there so I can play my game every single match. And no one's allowed to sit in that seat at all.
All right.
Messi, Suarez, none of them.
No,
Like,
man can't
what
tell.
you want to know, 'cause man in the chat asking for free cups, red M&Ms, plane tickets for their family.
Red M&Ms, but you better think it's too small, man. What?
No,
That's
okay.
small.
I would go. I think the only thing I'd go for is if I can name like 10 family members, you have to give them a house. Give them a house and
No, but that stuff is already patterned regardless.
No, because then I have to
They're coming with
I
you.
have to deal with that stuff, bro. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to use my money to buy them there.
Yeah,
These
what I'm saying,
answers, bro, these answers are hilarious. I just asked my son, what would you have? Man said Sydney Sweeney, bro. What?
You see, and you said I'm bad. You said I'm bad. You said I'm bad. Your son's even saying,
No,
"Oh,
we need-
come
no,
on,
What,
we
man."
just you have to just go, bro. Like, I ain't signing unless you get her, bro. What if she don't like you, bro?
Exactly, bro.
Bro, you're
That's
thinking
not-
too deeply about
I
that.
just
Forget if
mean-
she doesn't
I'm
like you.
thinking
I just
too
need you to
deep, bro.
do it.
This is typical Barca business because say you was on some trafficking thing or new thing every week and that, bro. What do you mean, bro? What?
Okay, first of all, why does it have to be traffic? I'm confused.
Sorry.
Are there no girls that live in Barcelona?
I'm answering how I would answer, bro. My
Go on.
answer is I don't need anything because I'm a rich footballer, bro. I'll just pay for it myself.
Whatever, bro. Whatever.
No, whatever. Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever. Savage is asking for the
Whatever,
Savage will
bro.
ask for the maddest things. You know what? You guys just need to watch
It'll be
some of N's
unreal as well.
podcasts and
Something
stuff.
random
Yeah.
like, yo, can you pluck a star out the sky? And
Yeah,
I'm
literally.
mad, man. It's like, bro,
Every
bro,
night as well. I need a certain star by
yeah, can
this.
you name a
bro.
star after me? And it's like, bro, we can't do like that's more than
Well, if you
your
can't do it, I
character.
ain't excited then.
You
Like,
know?
I ain't excited.
You
What
know
is
what
the
you man,
price for a star?
what you man on the panel and everyone in the chat proved to me is definitely money would change all of you man, bro. Because you lot went crazy instantly, bro. I thought you was gonna say some humble. I thought, man, none of you said like, yeah, like I need you to donate like 500k to my favorite
Sam,
charity.
did you hear what I said?
No one said any of that. No one said any of that,
You
bro.
heard what I said. I said provide for 10 family members house for them. So that's me
Bro,
not looking after
on
myself. I'm
all
giving
of
to
that.
them.
I'm not even trying to worry about what them.
I said 10 family
are.
members get their own crib. That's it helps me in the long run because I don't have to buy them a yard. But like at the end of the day, that's you know what I mean. That's them looked after now. So that whole point is I'm gonna sign. Just look after my people for me.
Yeah, I actually don't know. If I'm dead serious on that, I would probably just do like. I don't think
Africa.
Messi asked for this thing. I think they offered Messi because it's Messi, in it. But you see how Messi got like he's got a percentage in Apple now, isn't he? Yeah, I'm on that.
Okay. Do something like that for me. Give me a percentage in something within.
Yeah, because I think in PSG,
in
PSG didn't they give Neymar like hotels and that.
Hotels,
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, I'm on that. Run me the hotel. Run me the hotel because then you can have what you want. So run me the hotel, but half of them rooms you can live in it. You get me?
Yeah, half of the rooms my family
family hotel.
Yeah,
I know it seems expensive to run, but I feel like at the end I'm gonna lose out in the end, bro.
Yeah, and I want my family's hotel nowhere near me, bro. I don't want to see them fuckers.
I said I don't want to see them at all, blood. At all.
No, I feel like I'm gonna lose out because the maintenance on that is gonna be mental.
Nah, this kid is a prick, bro. We don't want to spend bro. Even ends being rich here. I'm saying his Neymar level. He doesn't even want to spend the imaginary money I'm offering him, bro.
I said he doesn't even want to spend the fake money, let alone the real money.
I just want him to be calm in it.
You think it'd be hard? Obviously, everyone gets paid and all that stuff, but it would be weird, on it, being rich at a certain time in your life. Because I heard one of the billionaires in that talk, and he was on about his with his kids asking for Jordans and stuff like that, and he was like, yeah, like they still have to work for their Jordans. I ain't gonna just give it to them. I was like, bro, you're a great dad, bro. I don't know how you got away with that shit, because you might end up with one of them rebel youths and that. Like, what do you mean I can't have my Jordans, bro? You're a billionaire. Like, yeah, but you got to clean your room. But Rosa the maid can clean my room, bro. Give me some Jordans, bro.
You know, that flies winding me up.
Bro, man, your reflex.
No, I swear, the reflex is mad.
The way man moved was like, the striker just right next to me. I need to dip past.
Yeah. You have to be sharp, bro. You can't be slow here, bro. The rumor quay, this one's for G, man. Says G stop dudes rubbish. Ones are not good.
Hey,
and he said it twice as well. Did you actually send that twice, bro?
He meant that, bro. He meant that with all his heart, bro.
G, stop these rubbish videos, bro.
I'm sorry.
Kwanzaa not good, dog.
I'm
It's not good.
gonna continue them.
The funny thing is that if you watch that whole video, he's just offering. He's not even saying keep him. He's saying, should we send him to Leverkusen? So,
bro, all I did was ask the question because that was the question that Enz asked yesterday. I was like, oh, let me, you know what I mean? Let me throw this video out now. But yeah, I think what I will say is thanks for the super chat, by the way. That's $4.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Kwanzaa in German OnlyFans. That man, a mad liberal over there, bro. That man, brother.
Kwanzaa needs to fix up. But listen, at least Rue McCoy watched it because then he, you know what I mean?
No, that's what I said. I said thank you for the like, much appreciated. Or dislike, by the way. I want any level of engagement.
Hey, yo, mods. Do you think? Continue.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, any engagement for me is always fine. As in, I want you to put that comment underneath the video. I think it helps my channel. It helps the page. Brings more people to the page. And I think it's good.
Might as well do mine as well. Just write me a comment. Yeah. You know what I mean? Dislike the video if you want.
Dislike, but if anything, the dislike is even better because you know someone looks at it thinking, why so many people dislike the video? Let me watch it. Now you're giving me a view for no reason. Thank you. This is the point why we do the content. But yeah, just thanks for the super chat. I think.
Big up for Liz for sorting that out as well. Liz sorted that out. And there was another super chat as well. Big up though, appreciate it.
Anyway.
Leon, big up to yourself, man. This was premeditated by LFC. Trent unveiled the rage, then boom, let's get it out there. Florian Wirtz, Florian Friday, top tier management. You'll never walk alone. Big up to you for the super chat. Yeah, the fan base crashed out yesterday, but today they're not crashing out. Today they're happy as hell. Today they're vibing out. Today we've officially signed one of the best number 10s in the world. And I can't wait to listen to that first interview. I can't wait to see what that red shirt. I can't wait to see the number as well. Because as I said to everyone, that is the shirt I'm buying. That's my first shirt I'm buying again. That's where I'm going to go.
The shirt that Enz is buying me with some super chat money.
How much is the shirt, by the way?
Depends. Are you getting a stadium one or the? You know what I mean?
Wait, what do you mean stadium one?
No, because they got the one with the dry fit air pockets and that, bro, so it's breathable, and then they got the one for the brokies and that. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, first of all, wait. That sounds crazy.
That's what I'm
wait. You're not gonna do this to me anymore, bro. I would buy the brokey one as well. If that makes one feel better. Okay, I ain't buying no damn stadium dry fit just to wear to the pub, bro. I don't need to be I need to be breathable in a pub for 400.
Bro, Savage, you know when the price is so mad, yeah, and you sit there and think, what is this like? Is this shirt gonna get me onto the pitch? Like, do I have a stake in Liverpool if I buy this shirt? Because the shirt is so
just got air pockets and that. I ain't gonna lie though, some of them, yeah, when you feel like they're stitching it, I'm like, nah, you're mugging us off. Because why is the regular one got like some shiny surface? This one's got some engraved hug your pecs and that. If I'm
it just cuts the pecs and everything.
Brother, if I'm not stepping on that pitch of Anfield, bro, allow me with the expensive one, bro. My trick, bro.
No, real talk.
I'm not in the starting 11. Why have I got this shirt?
Yeah, bro.
I said I'm not on the start. I swear some clubs, I'm sure Brentford did it, where they've gone back to keeping it every other season. They're going to change their
Brentford.
Yeah, bro. I remember when Liverpool, bro, I could have my Carlsberg, the green and white, or green and blue, sorry, one. Bro, I used to have them, bro. I had that for years.
Yeah, when we were kids, they kept the home one most of the time, and then they changed the away one every now and again. But now it's like money grab every season,
bro. Even £90. I'm sorry, that even to me that sounds.
What is the price then for the normal one, guys? For the one,
the
one in my attack.
The normal one's big piece still. Yeah, with the name on the back. Oh yeah, because he won first on the back. It's gonna be 100.
Yeah, one verse on the back.
Oh, that's definitely more than 100 easily.
Yeah, about 112, I
think. yeah.
With a number as well. That's
how many letters is Wirtz? WIRTZ. That's
no, they don't do. They have the thingy in it. They have the drop down menu. That's what I told. Remember, I told you about that thing. I know it doesn't matter now, and I'm not trying to talk about him in this way, but I'm just saying. When I tried to get a Trent top before, because it was Trent Alexander-Arnold, literally on any drop down menu, they don't have his name. They've never had his name there. So they're like, we're not giving you these extra letters and 66, bro. Now it's just
Trent in yourself.
Yeah, put it yourself. And if you put, oh my god, if you put Trent in yourself, bro, oh my brother, £1.50 a letter, and then you have to
No, I swear it was more than that. Weren't it like £2 back in the day for a letter or something like that?
Yeah, but the shirt was cheaper. So the shirt
the shirt was cheaper. Yeah. Why do you think I just get G? Simple G, one letter. We keep it calm.
If you win like Man City, I think the prior one, because if you do that and you win the Club World Cup and you want the badge in the middle, you might want the Champions League badge on one side and the Prem. It's long. That's a £200 kit, bro.
Champions League bad. First of all, Savage, I'm not even buying the shorts and socks because I ain't playing.
No, bro. I'm not a full kit wanker, bro.
No, but it used to come with the kit for £60. I'm sure it used to be.
It did. And you know what? Because the kids one used to be £28, the whole kit, bro. Early doors down.
Yeah, G1. That is.
Nah, relax, bro. Relax. Lindsay, I might treat myself. I don't know. Sounds expensive though. To stay within my tax bracket. Get I have to get one letter and then fill it in every month. Get an extra letter every month.
Oh snap! Yeah, no, social joins is right. You know, man said one letter every month. You know how crazy you're gonna look when you just got work on the back of your shirt.
Yeah, they were like, "Yo, you trying to get?"
Prem fonts and Champions League fonts, two different.
Yeah, they're two different fonts, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so.
With shin pads as well. Yeah, bro, you used to be able to get. There was a pack. It was hanging. You get the shirt, and he had the shorts in there, and then the socks was hanging, bro.
Yo, full kit wanker business when you was younger was madness, bro. My mum was not allowing it, bro. I was trying to wear Liverpool tops to christenings and that, bro. She weren't having it.
Hey, Cav, you see that England top that used to be blue on one side, red on the other side? 100. I've still got that shirt somewhere. 100.
Yeah, they had the white reversible on as well, bro. I think that was the last one Owen was wearing. I remember that too, man. Yeah, me.
They need to bring that back, man.
Yeah, with Liverpool, we didn't have it then. With like Man U had
no.
Yeah, remember Man U had that gold one, the gold reversible one. I just remember Solskjaer wearing it, and then white on one side, gold on the other, bro. Yeah, man.
I said Judas, fucking. Big up.
G, if you could see the conversation between him, Savage, and Cav yesterday, I was cracking up. Once I read it, brother, you could have written a story.
No, we're not. You know, you're knocking on for your friends and that, brother, and then the mom comes to the door angry and it's got to his stats. Bruv, we didn't even get that. She just didn't even know. She didn't even look through the curtain. Man just left us hanging. You know what I mean? Man left us hanging. Me, Cav's like, yeah. You know who else is jumping on the stream? No response. Yeah, Cav, I guess we're not allowed in and that, bruv. I clicked on his channel. Not only did he not message us back, he was already live, bruv. He told us 10, and he was already live at 9:30. I said, nah, bruv. When you don't want him to come to a party, you're like, I heard that there's a party with the girls, and the man can go to the party. Yeah. Still, the party's at 11 and that. Meanwhile, party's midday.
Midday, boy.
Can we add context, G?
There's no context, bro.
G, can add context because it sounds like it was bad.
G was up with his Hollywood friends and that. You know who he was with?
No, I know. Yeah.
Bro, wasn't any of us regular peasants in that. He was drifting, bro. Hollywood business.
No, Savage. I know. I was in the chat. I was because I was confused as to. I thought this is a conversation that he was doing with everybody, but it was just.
Okay, let me add context.
Millionaire friends, boy.
Different. Let me add context. The context
is end is crazy.
No, G, can I add context, bro?
Add context.
All right. So I messaged early in the day around 5 o'clock. Right, man. Them thinking of doing a stream. You man free. Didn't get nothing back to like 7. But by then, in between that whole point, I'm like, me and Drifty hollered me like, yo, we need to run that stream we didn't do because we was going to do the Florian Wirtz thing. But then we got Here We Go. So then they had to do the Coppish thing. We couldn't do it. So it was like, okay, I haven't heard back from the man them. Presumably, I think they're busy because it's been like ages. I'm like, all right, normally they would have got back within an hour or so, maybe, you know, if they're free or whatever. No one got back to me, G. So
sorry for paying my bills. Yeah. Sorry, I got a puppy. Kid wants to go Hollywood. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, but now I see how it is when you get to Hollywood. I don't think I wanted to go, bro.
But we knew, Savage. We already knew.
Gee, did you hear what he said? He said he messaged at 5. He didn't get a response till 7. The stream was at 10.
I know. No. I knew that already because it might have.
You know what he said?
Went the stream later, but fair enough.
I hear it, but obviously I'm with the big boy millionaire friends, so they deserve half a screen to themselves. Yeah, you don't want them on the panel mixing with peasants and that. If it was G and Ends and Cap, yeah, all of you lot can go on the 10 of you can jump on the stream, but not the Coppish boys, bruv. Not the Coppish boys. I hear it, bro. I hear it, bro. I respect it, bro.
Listen, man, it's It's fine. And the thing is, we already know. Listen, look, guys. First and foremost, make sure you're smashing the like. Secondly, if you're not subscribed to Enzo's channel, make sure you are subscribed. Ultimately, we know what's going to happen. We've seen Hollywood Ends for so long before he got to Hollywood that when he gets there, he's already there.
I remember 1,000 subscribers. I've seen a change in his eyes early, bro.
Yeah.
I'm petrified for 5,000. I'm petrified for that.
That make me sound bad, bro.
Imagine if he gets to 10,000. Oh
it make me sound bad. All I'm
saying,
saying,
he gets 5,000. We go to congratulate him. Bet any money when there's no group anymore. Like we've been removed. Like there's no group.
Just removed. Yeah, just removed.
Yeah. It's gone. And remember, like he's done this on pro clubs as well. He did it. See, my son. Even my son, we woke up and he's trying to look. He was looking for transfers and that. We're like, oh yeah, maybe he's trying to get new people on our team. He's like, yeah, I've started a new team.
Never known someone. To
be fair, I remember these conversations. Cav was there as well. I said I tore up my notes, but you're just like, fuck it then. All right, cool. Clearly, you don't need me then. You don't need me.
No, yeah, but he changed, man. Changed that. Even the pro clubs kit, he changed that. All of us agreed, like we're all Liverpool fans. We're like, we don't want to wear an Arsenal kit. Man just changed it back. He just changed it back when we weren't looking. It was like, then I saw he put a tweet out asking for new players, bro. He removes the Beery without removing him properly. He done the underhanded thing like, all I'm saying is I'm looking for a new right back. Well, also I was in the chat like, there was a Beery player right back. I said, looking for a new right back.
Wow.
The Beery jumps on. Oh, where can I play? Basically, what he done was, he was like, I don't know, bro, Carl. I'm up front and Savage is attacking mid, Cavs on the right and Chang's on the left and his two of his brethren. I'm like, yeah, but you've just left him with goalkeeper basically. And then the end was like, yeah, but we ain't doing no goalkeepers. Like, hopefully can't play.
Right.
So into it.
Ends. I want to know, what was it like in nursery? Like, were you cool with the other kids? Because I mean, you're showing that you don't like playing nice with others, bro. Like,
yeah, bro, you don't understand. Ask Cav, bro. Obviously, my son don't talk to him. He bullied my son's friend, bro. He bullied him. He bullied him, made him leave, and told him can't come back. I'm out here. I'm listening to the geezer on the string groveling and that. Like, yeah, you Chang, you reckon I can play in the team? And that, nah, you know what? Man said you can't play still. So bad, bro. It's so bad.
This is what you're doing, bro.
Bro, if you get pissed off in a game, bro, you just hear him make bare ad-lib noises and that. Yeah.
I can imagine ends with that. I can
bare ad-lib noises. They don't just go bed. Like, we're like, yo, Cav will be like, yo, Ends after. I don't know if he's still in here still. Don't hear from him till the next day, bro. He's gone.
You should quit, innit?
Yeah, he just need to quit. He's gone. His players are still on the pitch.
And this is nah.
Gee, you know why we know we're not lying? There's video footage of it, bro.
No. Remember, I've been in the back office when you guys are playing pro clubs before.
That's them. There's some guest streams who are doing pro clubs and that, and people in the chat were feeling bad for me and that. Like, I'd score a screamer and that. This ends his first response. Could have passed that still.
You see, you're one of them. Yeah, that's all long. About I could have passed, but I just scored.
Here's a problem though, G. You're a Pep Guardiola fan as well, so you would appreciate simple.
But if he scored a screamer, there's not really much else I can really. I can't be. Yeah, but I can't get onto him for not passing. I'll be like, oh, that's a good goal.
I didn't get onto.
I won't say it, but
I didn't get onto. I'm just saying there's other options if you need it.
Yo, you don't understand, bro. This shit's there's so much comedy, bro. It doesn't. I'm telling you, bro. It doesn't matter what. Granted, there is times when Ends is in a better position. Yeah. But there's times, bro. I'm not joking, bro. Any position Ends is on the pitch, he thinks he's in a better position to score. It doesn't matter. Bro, it doesn't matter if I've got an open goal. He's like, yeah, I hear it, but you could have squared that back. Goal's open. He's like, yeah. I'm just saying, innit? Like, you could have squared. Bro, it's brutal, bro.
Nah, I think you guys should bring back pro clubs, anyways, man. I think
man. It's fun. That's the problem. Maybe when the new one comes out. New one comes out in September.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah, when we can get a good team together, then yeah, we'll bring it back.
It was a vibe still, and I need to prep streaming anyway for when GTA comes out next year.
You might make me look mad, bro. I didn't let the man know yesterday. I apologized as well to let you know, context. But I didn't hear nothing back. So, and then, you know what I mean, get a different motive. You're like, all right, let's run that because I think the man in my busy.
I'm saying you need to sort out the dressing room. Yeah, it looks like it. The dressing room is not harmonious.
Captain, though. They made Cav captain, so that's Cav's job.
Took you off the cat.
Yeah, you bet. I came back and it was like, nah, Cav's captain. I said, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, no. See, he's trying to read the context now. He came groveling back to the club, yeah, and then tried to become captain, and that was like, nah, no man who just leaves out a club like that can be captain. He's like, then he started doing the humble thing. I'm not making this up, by the way. We'll be in the lobby and be like, yeah, and do you reckon it's possible if I like could possibly play up front? Or I don't know. But bro, what you doing? Yeah, man's like, oh, do you mind if and that? Because obviously, like, I'll just play wherever you like. What I'm like, nah.
Man, doing that. Yeah, no, listen, whatever you guys want, I'm good with. We'll move.
Nah, bro, he left us off, bro. And while he was playing for us, he had 2 teams. Never mind leaving to make.
No, I remember. Yeah,
he playing on Lois's team and that, bro.
Is Lois's team good, by the way? Is that a good thing?
No comment.
Obviously, he's not always.
You'll have to ask this man.
No comment, bro. Because then you're gonna ask me to compare my teams.
No. As in, I don't care about compare. I'm asking you. Okay. No, because I see them like, always talking about it in.
Yeah, they got.
Lois.
That's what Gav said. That's the equivalent, bro.
Oh, like that. Okay, fairs.
As I said, next season, if we do get it and we play pro clubs, I won't want to be captain anyway. I think I just want to just play for the team, bro. That's all I want to do.
I just want to play football. I don't want to.
I just want to play for the team. I'll play for the badge, bro. If you need me left back, centre back, wherever you need me, I'll play.
Zabiri's allowed to play right back now. Like
that's down to the gaffer, bro. It's not down to me.
Nah, bro. Ends made. I'm telling you, bro. If you was Zabiri and Ends, he make you feel like shit, bro. The way he was dropping these.
This is why we haven't seen Zabiri in a long time. This is probably why.
No,
he'll just say random stuff, not direct. He'll purposely not say directly. So he'll be like, "Yeah, man, I don't know how that goal went in. Where was the right back?" Or it's for the replay. It's for the replay. It's like the right back's not even in the replay.
You know what? Oh, man, that passive aggressiveness, bro. I hate when people do. I'm like, bro, just say what you need to say, bro. It was a passive aggressive.
It's so funny because basically what. I had a conversation with I'm not drinking this up because, granted, Cav's really good at the game, innit? But Cav has this thing here where, like, once you're up in the game, score. He does the Salah thing, innit? But he does but it's not Salah thing trying to get a goal. It's Salah doing skill for no reason. But winds ends up to the different. Winds up to the different level.
Ends is a man of structure. Pep Guardiola, you like the structure.
Now, I said to end like, nah, bro, obviously I want to win in that, bro, but like, man, them just want to have a bit of fun. This is what he said. All right, man, obviously, if you man just want to have fun, then we'll do that. Bro.
I said we'll do that. We're playing the game, Eds. We're playing a PlayStation game. Are we not supposed to be having fun whilst playing the game? Nah.
No, winning is fun, bro.
I feel like just playing the game because it's football.
Winning is fun, bro.
No. Winning is fun, but it's a sport game. So really,
if we want to have fun, let's play.
What he done? He's gonna try to play a different game, bro. Watch.
But I don't want to play a different game. I just want to play.
No, it's in the same game mode, but you can play that. What is that? The thing, the 5-a-side thing. You can play within. You can play that. No, because you can do their skills and that's for fun, innit? But pro clubs, bro, is about getting to the top division. It's about in the playoffs winning all your games to be the best, bro. I ain't got time to do skills when we're like goal difference matter in the game. Need the more goals, bro.
No, I'll say that I was quite balanced on the game. So basically, because I was trying to captain the team and that, I just said once we're 3, this is always said, once we're 3 goals ahead, man, we can do what they want in it. That's what I was always saying, like try and have a bit of fun, but. I don't know if Ends really agreed with it, but
I did to an extent.
Yeah.
I still think we could have got 4, 5, 6. You know what I mean? That because especially playing as a striker, bro, I want to score as many goals as possible, bro. I ain't got time to, you know what I mean? Get 6 goals. You know what I mean? I feel good, bro. As a striker, I'm contributing, but you're trying to give me 1 goal.
It was fun, bro, and like he would have made great content if he done it all the time. He was funny, man. But there's times when me and Ends just us 2 were playing. And we had to go against his team. Brother, we played against some hackers and that, bro. Man just took it. Bro, we'll be winning 3-0 at half time. Second half, none of our players have got energy and no attributes anymore. And we just can't run.
But you know how FIFA goes, man. Like, coming up against these type of individuals, bro.
Demon teams, bro. All these 7-foot strikers, bro, with a 5-foot winger who you can't catch. And every cross, it's a goal, bro. That's what started to wind me up about the game. I'm like, bro, I get it. Make it more balanced, though, innit, bro? Because man can't find me the 7-foot striker in the Prem, and you can't find me the 5-foot winger, bro, who's faster than everyone. But yeah, man, it was cold still. It was cold business.
Man, listen, I'm not as bad as these guys make me out to be. As I said, I apologized for obviously the motive changed, didn't it? But I'm just saying, if someone got back to you 2 hours later, it happens, innit? Change.
No, listen, man, it is what it is. We don't sweat. We don't really sweat the small stuff, as they say in it. So no one's angry at you. Everyone understands.
And I'm sorry that Cav, you had to rip up your notes. I didn't know he was prepped for the stream.
Well, he wants to be respectful to your stream, innit? So he's obviously doing the research, doing a bit of the homework, which is good.
How was that? You're slaving away at work, you know, bro. Just excited for the one bit of relief that he got home to jump on stream, bro. He just ignored it, bro.
And I promise you, G, if you saw the conversation they had, bro, it made me look really bad. All right, I'm coming. I'm leaving. All right, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go.
Yeah, see.
Oh, nah, man. I'll stay the same even when we get to the heights of, you know, the subscribers we want to hit. I'll stay the same.